Let's see. Hey guys, this is Jamie Van Bogart with the Peaks Magazine, and I'm sitting here with Ed with Meyers Heating and Air Conditioning out of Boulder. And I wanted to thank you for being a partner, Ed, for the last couple of years. And just wanted to do a short interview, ask you a couple questions. So let's jump right in.
Cool.
Awesome. So tell me about your business. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, Meyers Heating and Air Conditioning is, I don't know if we're the oldest business in Boulder, but we're one of them. I think we're founded in '63. I've owned it, not since 1963, but I'm the owner, obviously. Still family run. We used to be on West Pearl for 55 years and we outgrew that location. So we moved last year. We're just a block north of the Boulder Dinner Theater. So just your normal heating and cooling contractor, do everything from fix-it type jobs to, installation and replacement of furnaces, air conditioners. And then we have a new construction division too. So we do a lot of custom homes and stuff like that as well. So.
Oh, awesome.
A lot.
Okay, cool. Now, what separates you from other people in the industry?
Dude, that's a tough one. Well, I know it's cliche, but honesty is always a good one. Our industry is, one of those things that there's, you see a lot of deals like tune-up deals and stuff. You'll always say, $39, $49 tune-up or whatever. And you kind of go, well, that's a sweet deal. I want to have them out to my house. But inevitably what ends up happening is with some companies, I don't know if it's bait and switch, but I just think it's more of a fishing expedition to find stuff. Because you can't pay somebody, you can't expect that, okay, it's $39 for them to come to my house or $59 even or whatever.
Right.
You got a van loaded with hundreds of parts, thousands of dollars worth of inventory and a highly trained HVAC tech. It costs us much more than, $49, $59. So typically what you get when you get those deals is you always get kind of a fishing expedition. So I think with Meyers, you don't really see that. We try to deliver real honest assessments, really just give options because it's not our job to say, do this, do that. And there are some companies in our industry, unfortunately, still they're selling organizations more than, I always think of this story that I did Mitsubishi mini splits. We're one of the largest Mitsubishi contractors, ductless air conditioning and heat pumps in Colorado. And there's a doctor in Niwot, I won't say who, but this was 2 years ago. Literally, I estimated a project versus another contractor and a young couple, and they didn't use us. She called me and said, Ed, we'd love to, but you're twice as high price-wise. And I was looking at everything, and I'm like, well, I'm always open to have that discussion, but I was like, it's not possible. There's no way to do this with what you need to do at that price point. And I just said best of luck and wished her on her way. And they were going on their honeymoon and all this other stuff, so I didn't get involved. I just figured they kind of went and did their thing,
Right.
Anyway, I got a call back 3 months later, and she said, "Hey, I wanted to talk with you. We're revisiting that Mitsubishi mini split or the mini split project." And I was kind of like, "Well, time out. I thought you already went with somebody." And she said, "Well, we did. We were going on our honeymoon, and he wanted 50% down. And when we got back from our honeymoon, we can't find him." So they literally were with the Attorney General's office, turned into a whole nightmare of, and God forbid, they lost thousands of dollars, but that's not who we are. So, any contractor worth their weight is not going to ask for money on the upfront. So it's unfortunate, but that was like, 2018 in Niwot, Colorado. So it's in our communities. You got to be wary of that.
I agree completely. It happens with so many of the home services and contractors, and putting that much money down is
right. Well, it's weird. They always, there is a show called Catch a It used to be Catch a Predator. Now it's Catch a Contractor. So,
totally.
You don't like that honesty can be cliche, but really giving options is kind of what I think our forte is, in the fact that, I don't care if you replace a system or you repair it. We can fix dang near anything.
Right.
The question is, for you, is which one should you do? And I don't care what you do for me. I just care that you do one of them with us. That's our target. So
That's
anyway,
awesome. And I think that's great. A family-owned company and a company, honesty and integrity is huge. And that's what people want. Now, what has happened with COVID? That's why we're doing these
ooh,
interviews. I know. Just how has that affected your business? What
well,
precautions are you taking with your team?
yep. Well, obviously, we were fortunate because we're essential. We were
Right.
deemed essential, being a home services industry, if you think about it. And, obviously, if you don't have heat, it can be dangerous and people can get hurt and die.
Right.
So we were deemed essential and then also do the construction side. But in March, I could have had 30 guys in your front yard because we didn't have no one was calling us.
Right.
So initially, the shock of, oh, I don't want anyone in my house. Obviously, our service department dried up to darn near nothing.
Yeah.
And installs were the same. So I immediately went, I have a great team. Mark Reese is my GM in Boulder. And we have an awesome team up there that immediately did some precautions as far as working from home. And
Okay.
we really kind of, through really Mark's involvement and pressing me saying, hey, we need to act on this. And it was really, so we went remote with our offices, anybody that could,
Right.
obviously we went remote. And most small companies don't necessarily have disaster planning where we're thinking ahead going, hey, what would happen if we can't come to our building and we would need to work off site? So luckily we had my whole staff of Jill and Neva and Melinda and John, Lane and Matt, all these guys were really understanding, very cooperative, and we were able to kind of work remote. We had to do some things behind the scenes, computer and phone wise. And then techs, obviously I'm lucky because I'm part of the Home Builders Association. They had a lot of, counseling services and
Awesome.
consultation services about, hey, here's what you need to do, whether it's even just getting wipes and getting, whatever, the sanitizer and stuff, having that went to such short supply so fast. So we did a lot of that. The guys are still masked up. We're masked up when we're together, pushing the fact we're back in the office now, but even so, if we're within 6 feet, multiple times a day, I got staffers that walk through and wipe down, frequently touched surfaces. And, we really got to, even our dispatchers and our call takers are answering the phone, making sure everybody in the home is feeling good and that, no one's coming to work for us. God forbid, knock on wood, no one's gotten ill. So it really made us kind of, if you think about people's apprehension for having us into their house, imagine being one of my employees where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna send you into 5 strangers' houses today.
Absolutely.
So, so they have to kind of deal with that where we go, ooh, what are the precautions? So rubber gloves when necessary that we discard after calls, booties on your boots, masking up, wipes and sanitary hand sanitizer and stuff too. So it's been interesting. But it stunk right away because we didn't have a lot of work. We were essential, but don't confuse essential and busy. Those are 2 different things. So.
Absolutely. I definitely think most of us didn't have a disaster plan in place.
Yeah, it was a very learning experience. I'll say that. So.
But it's awesome you guys are coming out of it and you're busy now and things are picking up. And you are essential. People need heating and air conditioning.
Yeah, the faucet turned on, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, fortunately for us. It's like a fire hose when it turned on. So now it's, 95 degrees in Boulder for weeks on end. And I have more work than we can do. So I probably have more people mad at me now because we can't get there as fast as we'd like. But, we try to do what we can do. We try to help as many people as we can. But unfortunately, it is a limited supply of spots a day. And it's just a queue, who calls in, we put them in a queue and get there as soon as we can. We're trying to push some people that are just doing, general maintenance on something, even like furnaces and stuff to, hey, let's do that in September. It's going to be 100 this Saturday. And I want, make sure that we can, help some people that really, truly need it. So it's tough, but it's good. So I'll take it right now after the COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like you have everything in place and your protocols and, and all of that. So,
Well, I'm going
I,
to make it seem like I do on this video.
yeah, okay, there you go.
No, thanks.
So what's something fun? Why'd you come to Colorado? I know you're not from here, so what
Nope.
made you
I'm a,
decide to move out?
I'm an Iowegian,
Okay.
so I'm an Iowa Hawkeye. My wife was born out here. Her dad was a contractor out here in the 70s.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then I actually did my junior year of college at University of Denver. So
Oh,
we had a real love for the mountains and love for this area. And I was president of another company back in Iowa, an HVAC
uh-huh.
company, and I really wanted to kind of do my own thing. And then my wife and I really were like, well, let's combine our love of the mountains and
Mhm.
Colorado lifestyle with the business, and the business climate's so good out here in
Right.
comparison to anywhere else in the country. It's what's not to love, right? So
Absolutely.
I've been pleasantly surprised and pleased. It's been great. So it's been nice.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys love it. And what's
Thanks.
your favorite mountain that you go to when you can get any time off?
Well, in Boulder, you don't have to go too far,
No? There you
right?
go.
So I'm hitting most of the time. Surprisingly, we still do a lot of work up in the foothills around that area. So we're in a lot of them all the time.
Do you go up to Netherland?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. We do.
Oh,
Actually, our old owner, Jim Meyers, is from Netherlands. So we got
oh,
a
that's
ton of
fun.
clients up there. Yeah, it's pretty
Awesome.
cool, which is sweet. So I get up there quite a bit.
Awesome. Well, last question is how do people
Yeah.
find you? Website, phone?
Yeah. www.meyersheatingac.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy. So
Yep.
run it all together. Meyers is with an E, Meyers, and then it's 303-442-6640.
Okay.
So online chat, we do have that, and obviously we've got call takers. Hours are 8 to 4:30, normal
Okay.
stuff. Bear with us right now. We're trying to get to everybody we can and help everybody out with the heat that we're getting,
Yeah.
but sometimes we're not perfect, so we do the best we can.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your partnership
Thanks.
with the Peaks and
Yeah,
look forward
excited.
to continuing, and good luck and stay healthy and safe, and
Thanks.
nice to meet you.
Oh, you too. See you, Jamie.
Bye.
Bye.